All right, fellas, I'm out here in the garage, and it's a little bit after lunch. I think it is. We'll take a look at the clock when we get in the hobby room in there. Beautiful day, man. I tell you what, it was like 50 degrees this morning, but it's about 62 right now, and there is just no humidity. So I thought, you know what, I got to get some painting done. I'm kind of taking a break from the work on the outside. But let's get in here, guys. I'm going to show you what I got done this morning here. Got a little bit of work done. Got some painting done. Oh, let me back up here. Here's something else I painted. This is an old pitcher pump. I got it at the flea market. Got this sucker for 35 bucks. And those things normally sell for, around here, 75 to $150. The antique mall that I got this one from, this was sitting outside with a bunch of junk, and it was labeled for $35. We got inside, and they had one for $75 and one for $90, so picked this one up. That looks pretty cool. Got it all painted. I need to buy me, I think it's an 1.25 inch pipe. I believe it's an 1.25 inch pipe. For you, some of you fellas that's got some of these around your house, tell me what size pipe fits up underneath the bottom. That you can see the threads there. I think it's 1.25 inches. I could be wrong. All right, let's get in here. Let me turn my music down. All right, daggone it, music loud. All right, guys, look here. Well, first off, let me say that I smoothed the top out. That no longer has the rag top. I sanded all that off and made it a nice smooth top. And while we got the body off here, I also, let me get the top of the gas tank off there. I also glued the fenders onto the chassis. So now it's all one piece. So now I can paint this all as one unit. Because I was afraid that if, these fender halves were separate. I was afraid if I painted everything separate, and then it come time to glue these onto the chassis, I was afraid I'd mess them up down here where they all come together. So I think this is going to work out okay. This will all be painted the TS92 metallic orange. I'm going to paint all that color. Then everything on the bottom is going to be this. Let me show you the paint. This is a Seymour paint. I got this at AutoZone, I believe, a year or so ago. And it's a stainless steel finish color. And I just like the looks of it. So I painted everything that was chrome underneath with that stainless steel color. I think that's going to look pretty cool. And that with all the orange underneath here, and then all this going on the bottom, I think it's going to look good. I painted the exhaust. I always paint my stuff. Let me show you here, guys. I always use this stuff here. This Rust-Oleum metallic finish. It makes things look chrome. I mean, look at the wheels on this old truck here. Don't those look pretty? I mean, it just makes a nice color. So I painted both exhaust that. I still got to paint the mufflers, but they're going to be chrome underneath there. And the mufflers will be red. I've got the front axle here. It's painted with that stainless steel finish, and I've got the calipers painted red. You can see those. Those look pretty cool. I changed my mind at the last minute, fellas. I ended up going with the wheels with the spinners on them. I just thought those looked a little bit better, so and I got the inside painted with that stainless steel. I just thought those looked just a little bit better. And the old 302 here, small block Ford 302 is all finished. Got it wired orange because, the body's going to be orange. So got that all done. Got some more of the parts. I still need to paint the calipers and the disc brakes and everything there. And I got the master cylinder and the brake booster painted chrome. I need to paint the booster black, semi-gloss black. And here's all the rest of the parts underneath for the suspension. It's all in this stainless steel finish. I just love that color. Something about it. I don't know. I just like it. Well, guys, let me turn this back over here. And we're going to put that back on there. And, well, it's just a cool looking body, isn't it? Just dig those fat fenders. You guys know me. I like those fat fenders. Well, guys, I'm not going to keep you too much longer here. I'm not going to be doing too much more. My wife is going to be back here shortly, and we're going to jump in the car and take off and go to one of the resale stores here. It's a Habitat for Humanity resale store, and we're going to look for a let's walk around back here. I'm going to show you guys. We're going to look for a table and chair for our sunroom, because the table and chairs that we have out there now, we're actually going to bring those outside onto the patio. But guys, I want to show you my patio. The fellow came the other morning. He came at 5:30 in the morning. He said he's got to beat the sunlight. He said because that sealer he put on here doesn't play well with sunlight. So, but we got it sealed, and he come back, put a second coat on it, and we're looking good. Man, it just turned out awesome. I want you guys to take a look at this. Doesn't that look pretty? Now, our granddaughter was over yesterday, and when she walked out of the sunroom out here, she stopped. She thought it was wet. You can see it kind of looks, got a glossy look to it, but she thought it was wet, so she stopped, and the wife had to tell her, no, you can go ahead and walk on that, that's fine, that's the way it looks. But boy, it just turned out awesome. Wife's already got all of her plants over here. There's 2 ferns on the side of the bench we got here. And then I think I showed you before, our 2 raised planters. These look pretty cool. We got a bunch of flowers planted in them. This whole area, it gets a little bit of sun in the morning, and then it gets some sun in the late afternoon around 5 o'clock or so. So most of these plants are part shade or full shade. So that's what we got in there. I got the trim, the white trim on the yard barn, all painted. She's looking good now. I think that white just kind of really brought it all out, because you know the prior owners, they had this all painted one color. Even the vents up here, they had painted everything. And the window, they had painted over over most of the glass, and I had to get a razor blade and scrape all that paint off there, but I got her done. But boy, I tell you, they kind of made a mess of it. This is an old lamp, a solar lamp that we had at the other house. We're trying to see where we might want to put that. But we put these sconces up here. It's got some solar lights on them, and we couldn't figure out why they weren't working. And, you know, these only get about 5-6 hours of sun, but I thought they should have came on, you know, a little bit anyway, and they didn't. So this morning I got to checking them, and they were in the off position. So we'll see how they look tonight. Put up we've been getting some of the yellow finches over here, so I put this finch feeder up here. I got to get some food for it. So, you know, I like to draw those little yellow finches in. If they're going to come over here and look around, I'm gonna feed them, I guess. And here's our bird bath we got over here, and here's this 6x6 post I put up. We put our old weather vane up there that had a truck on it. I ended up putting that hummingbird feeder back here, and we saw our first hummingbird yesterday, which that's good, because we haven't seen any in a while, and we got birds nesting in there. I just basically put that up there for ornamental, but they're actually using it. Here's our other bird feeder over here in this persimmon tree. All right, guys, I'm not going to keep you much longer. Just wanted to give you a little update. I did get some bench time in, got some painting done. Beautiful day, so I had to get some painting done, and I did, and I'm glad I did. So. All right, guys, I'm done.